what's up guys? Danny from Danny Mac's Kitchen. Great to see you guys as always. Listen, you've all been to Italian restaurants, right? You all have your favorites, whether it be chicken parmesan, eggplant rollatini, chicken francese, pane alla vodka, spaghetti carbonara, it goes on and on and on. I have my favorites too. One of my favorites is veal piccata. The problem is, 8 times out of 10 when I go to these restaurants, it's always served in a substandard fashion. Whether the meat's way overcooked, the sauce just plain sucks, or both. Unacceptable. No reason for that. I'm at the supermarket today. I happen to find some veal on sale. Woo! Snatched it right up. Show you guys how to make this classic Italian preparation. Piccata always has lemon and capers and a little bit of white wine. That's the sauce that's always made. It can be made with chicken, veal, pork, fish, anything. We're using veal today. Of course, I'm doing a little Danny Mac's extras. We're adding some shiitake mushrooms and some roasted peppers and some additional fresh herbs to kick it up a notch. And I want to show you guys how easy this really is. So grab your tongs and your frying pans and let's do this. I was so stoked to find this veal scaloppine on sale today because it's never on sale. Scaloppine is just a really thin cut of meat. It could be veal, it could be pork, it could be chicken, whatever. I lightly tenderize this with a meat pounder just to give it, make it a little more tender. 6 ounces of shiitake mushrooms we're going to be working with. Some fresh thyme. I have 6 ounces of roasted peppers sliced thin, 1 ounces of capers, rinsed because they're really, really salty if you don't do that. A little bit of garlic, 2 to 3 ounces, juice of 2 lemons, some white wine. I'm using Chardonnay, probably about 3 ounces, which is about half this bottle. About 1 ounce of butter, salt to taste, 6 ounces of beef broth, a little seasoned flour seasoned with salt and pepper, and we're gonna use a little olive oil, so let's do it. There's 2 main reasons why people constantly screw this up, and it's so unnecessary. First, is because the oil is just not hot enough to cook the veal in. The veal just kind of like stews in there and it becomes way overcooked and it's like rubbery and disgusting. Also, secondly, the sauce is not allowed to reduce properly. 2 main reasons. That's not what we're gonna do, so come on, let me show you how to do it right. Guys, I want you to get your pan hot, throw some oil in there, about 1.5 ounces. Get it really hot, like I just said. That's one of the biggest mistakes that chefs and cooks make. And while it's getting hot, take the veal and we're gonna dredge it in the seasoned flour, okay? Both sides. And shake off any excess, as so. Do that to each one. The reason we're flouring it is because it's gonna give a nice golden brown color to it. And also, it's gonna add a little thickness to the sauce because we're gonna make the sauce right after we saute these in the same pan. I don't know if you can see this, guys, but my oil is smoking. It's really, really hot. This is what we want. These scaloppines are very, very thin. We're only gonna cook about 10 seconds on each side, so it's gonna be a very quick process, so be ready, all right? Don't overload the pan. You don't wanna reduce the temperature of the oil. Do about 3 at a time. You can hold it down. I could already see it browning on the edges. That's what we want. 10 seconds. Flip it over. You can see it's getting a nice little crisp to it. Nice and brown around the edges. It's a really quick process, all right? Another 10 seconds and that's it. Have a plate ready. All right, transfer to the plate. Just repeat the process. I'm making about 9 pieces total, so in between each turn, allow the oil to heat up again for maybe 15 seconds, bring it back up to temperature. This pan is still super hot. I have a lot of the oil from cooking the veal in there. As you can see, there's a lot of fond is what it's called. It's the brownness of the veal, and we want that. I'm just gonna add a little bit more oil because we need to cook some mushrooms, and I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. I'll add a little bit more oil. All that equals a lot of flavor. It's called fond, F-O-N-D. You don't want to get rid of that. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add the garlic. Give it a quick toss. And right after that, I'm going to throw in these mushrooms. We want these 2 to cook together. The mushrooms are going to release a lot of liquid. So we're going to have to cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes. Mushrooms look amazing. Let's add some of the remaining ingredients, the capers, that fresh thyme, peppers, lemon juice, which is Mandatory for piccata. White wine, 3 to 4 ounces, and broth. I'm using beef broth. Turn your flame to high, and we're going to reduce this by 3/4. We really want to burn off a lot of this liquid and really intensify this sauce. Reduce this by 3/4. It took about 5 to 6 minutes to do. I'm going to fold in some butter. Turn the flame off at this point. Really just incorporate that. It should melt pretty quickly. Just going to add to this sauce. It's going to be rocking. Nice and melted. Now I'm just going to return the meat, oops, right back into here. Just going to coat it, and then we're going to present and we're good to go. This looks amazing. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Yeah, let's plate her up. Put a nice sauce on top. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Enjoy. As you can see, guys, there's no reason to make a simple dish complicated. Follow these 2 steps, especially with this type of preparation using piccata style. Especially working with veal, it's a very quick sear. If you're using chicken or pork, it is going to take a little longer. You have to compensate for that. Above and beyond that, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Quick note though, if you go to an Italian restaurant and you want this to go, don't get it to go. It doesn't travel well. It's going to cook in the container on the way home, and by the time it gets home, it's going to be like a piece of rubber. It's happened to me a million times. Just don't do it. If you like this recipe, please give us a thumbs up. Give us a shout out on your Facebook. Share with your friends and family, because I'm sure they will love it as much as you love it, guys. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Till next time, Danny from Danny Mac's Kitchen. Great seeing you as always.